Hello, friend. This is Jimmy from Can Have an Immigration Canada. We're live again to answer your immigration related questions to Canada. There are quite a few updates this week. The latest update that just for from this morning, there is another express entry draw. They have invited another 5,000 express entry candidates, all of from the CEC with the lowest SEER score for 449. Anybody who have applied under the CEC category before February 9, 2021, so they have all those candidates got invited in today's draw. So it's again a big news for all of the guys who are here in Canada, and they were waiting for their CEC draw to come out. As you guys probably heard it by now, they have another draw that took place a couple days ago. That was only for the PNP candidate. There was 183 invites in that draw, and the minimum SEER score under that was 682. So there are two back-to-back draws in 2 days. So that is a latest update for this one. The next update that is been coming from Ontario, as we were all talking about their expression of interest, uh, going from first come first serve to expression of interest. So that has been going to be implemented really soon. So that is a big news for all of you who want to go into Ontario and start making Ontario as your new home as a new immigrant when you come to Canada. So expression of interest will be starting pretty soon. There is no set date for that, but we are hoping that in end of this month or probably starting of the next month, we'll see the transition from first come first serve basis to the expression of interest in Ontario PNP. So this is really a big news for all of you guys, especially for IT, accounting, or other areas, the candidates who are going uh, into that direction and they want to make Ontario as their new home. So that was a little update from Ontario. There are so many updates. Again, there are a lot of big universities and the colleges are they're going to start their in-person classes starting in September. The notification is already out. So I'll make all those small videos for you guys on the YouTube, and then we'll talk to you guys. If you guys need any further help, you can simply contact us. So let's go to the messages that start pouring in right now. The next first message is from Truth. Yeah, good morning, sir. Owner operator, I think they are going change some rules for this. Please tell. Owner operator program is going to close from 1st of April. Anybody who's sending their application before that, they are going to consider those application and there will be definitely a decision on that one. But as of now, from 1st of April, they are not going to take any more application under owner operator program. There might be a new program that is coming out of that, but as of now, there is no, because you guys all, if anybody can't to come, they have to go through under other investor categories. As owner operator was really good, uh, there was no net worth checks or anything else like that. But as of now, the government notification is there, so they are going to close from April 1st. If you want to submit your application, you have to submit by March of 31st. Then definitely that will be considered. After that, they're not going to take any more applications under owner operator category. If there will be any changes under that category and there will be changing some rules or they're changing some guidelines or coming up with a new program, I'll definitely update you guys. But as of now, there are no plans for the government going with that one. Next question is from Inam Server. I did apply for visit visa with my family. Is this the right time for approval? My visa is Canada. At this moment, Yeah, it depends upon for what purpose you want to coming in for visit here, right? If it's just for tourism purpose, this is everybody knows that this is not the right time to apply for tourism or anything else. Like if there are compelling reason, that is a good one. Otherwise, if your file is not that strong, definitely it goes into the negative reply from the government. But again, depends upon, right, what you have written in your file. What was the letter you have, supporting letters you have put it in, or is there anybody here in Canada who's supporting your application or stuff like that. There are so many reasons, right? So many things you need to take into consideration when you sending your visitor visa application. So if there is no compelling reason, so then don't wait for any good reply or any positive reply. But again, right, visitor visa applications are always 50-50. There are no right or wrong in this. It also depends upon the visa officer, right, what they were thinking when they are checking your application. As I always told my candidates, that they are only spending 35 40 seconds on each application. So you guys can imagine how quickly they are processing those visa applications. So they are looking basically for the travel history in North America, your finances, and your letter of support, right? So these three things are the main thing. If they are not strong, then they don't even go to further to go into your application and check for anything else. Then definitely they make their decision right away in 30-40 seconds. That's an average. So next one is from Nancy Bhamra. Sir, for SNP, my score is 68. So is there? Yeah, last time the CLB score was 60. SINP score was 69. So you're not that far away, but again, it all depends upon the inventory of the candidate, how the candidates are scoring and in which field. Yeah, if you have 68, hopefully maybe the next draw is for you. But again, they are not giving it for everything. Last time, if you look at from 225 in demand occupation, they only selected 70 or 72 or 3 uh, occupation. So that's again a thing, right, which has need to be in consideration when you're looking at that, right? So what are those categories? Is your category is in demand, or how the things will go, right? Next one is from Samson Asifa. How are you? I'm good. I was applied to Canada through experience express entry program. I think it has been long time waiting. Sir, express entry, if you are applied through the express entry, that all goes with the points-based system. So I don't know what your points are and where and when did you apply for that. If your points are not up to that level, so you will definitely not receive any ITA. It doesn't mean you applied today and you will definitely got an ITA. It all about points. So if we look at today's express entry draw, they invited 5,000 candidates with a minimum score of 449. So if you are below that, you are not going to receive any ITA. You can be there in express entry profile for like years and year. If your score does not meet that deadline for the cutoff score, then none of the candidate will receive any of the ITAs. It doesn't matter for how long you have been there. So yeah, you can start typing your other questions if you have any. Yeah, as I was talking about the new updates. So in last week, BC has also invited another 506 PNP candidate in their PNP draw. And if we look at the score, the minimum score under skills immigration, the skilled worker was 96, international graduate 94, and the entry level and semi-skilled was 81. If you look at the express entry, BC skilled worker 96 and international graduate 94. That was the minimum cutoff score. And if we look at Alberta, their PNP draws, the CRS score went down drastically. Now it is down to 301. If you have a score of 301 and more, you are eligible to get the PNP nomination from Alberta. So, if you look at this year of 2021, Alberta has already invited 700 plus candidates through the express entry for their provincial nomination program. So, this is again a good news for all of you who follow all the guidelines and who are eligible, make their eligibility criteria good. Though the CRS score was only 301 in Alberta. So we got few more questions. Yes, my friend invited me through invitation letter. Yeah, so again, right? So it depends upon what you have written. Why you are going to meet your friend is just for a tourism purpose. Tourism purpose at this moment won't help anybody, right? So because you guys know borders are closed, restrictions are there, although the things are getting into the right direction slowly, but not that fast. So everybody has to take care of their situation, right? Visitor visa at this moment is only granted to the conditions when you have a very good reason and a solid reason. Let's say there is some family member who's going through medical condition and you have to meet them, all those things, right, taken into consideration. If you are just putting your application in that say you want to visit Canada for the tourism purpose, I don't think so this is any kind of a reason. Everybody should also know before even sending your application, you should know, right, that this is not going to make. Oh, why will anybody will allow you to enter any country for just for tourism purpose? There is that application will not make any sense. So but you never know, as I told you, this is a 50-50 chances, depends upon visa officer also. If your travel history is strong or you have written the reason that you want to come to Canada after the COVID is over or the restriction will be taken care of, then it might make any sense. But before that, uh, as for my purpose, my experience is concerned from last 7-8 years in this industry, it does not make any sense to put any visitor visa application at this moment. Ramandeep Kaur, if I apply express entry showing teaching experience but haven't evaluated BA degree yet, can I get it evaluation after arriving Canada? So far, I have done ECA for master's degree. Yeah, at this moment, the evaluation is only done for your master's degree. But if you know your master's degree is different than whatever your bachelor's degree is, definitely you guys should go for your double evaluation, because there are certain PNPs, they are only going after certain candidates, right? If you have a bachelor's degree, we have seen in Nova Scotia and even in SINP, they are really keen after teachers and certain quality teachers. There are, yeah. So again, right? So then you definitely get it done. But if you are thinking your score is quite enough, you don't need it, the bachelor's degree to be evaluated. Uh, then you can simply wait for that one and you don't need to do it, and you should not do it. Yes, when you come to Canada, if you are going into the teaching career, definitely you need evaluation, you need all your transcripts from your country. That's a separate process. Every province has a different criteria for teachers to get the certification, but it is not that hard. It is easy, but it's time consuming. So if you guys have a time at this moment, you guys could have done it at you could have done it before. That will save you a time when you will be here and applying for those jobs and for your career. So that will be an easy one for you. My suggestion, if you have a time now, you should have done it, but this is not mandatory if your score is good enough for that one. Next one is from Parmeet Kaur. मेरा वर्क परमिट वीजा लग जाएगा. सो आई डोंट नो अबाउट दैट वन बिकॉज आई डिडंट अप्लाई योर केस, क्योंकि मैंने आपका केस नहीं अप्लाई किया. आई डोंट नो हाउ द फाइल यू हैव बीन सेंडेड, बट इफ द फाइल इज करेक्टली सेंडेड, देयर शुडंट बी एनी प्रॉब्लम. So I cannot because I'm not a visa officer. I just send application according to the rules and regulation in the guide. So other than that, the final decision is with the visa officer. So Yes, if you have submitted your file 100%, there is no mistakes or anything like that. Uh, there should not be any problem. Yeah, it's a time consuming for work visa when it's outside the country, but it's not impossible. All the work has been taken care of, been done very right now. So you guys, if his file is 100% correct, then you should be always be positive. Next one is TGG Tech. What about timeline for work permit LM based from India? Any idea of fingerprint? In India, it was the couple of weeks ago. The timing was around. Let me double check right now, and I can tell you. You guys can simply search it on CIC and check which country, what are the timings, and which city they are been processing. It's very easy. Go on CAC on the right side. There is a link for processing time, and you can simply check it over there. Yeah. If you have sent it work permit outside Canada, yes, still India is showing in New Delhi. If you have sent it over there, it was 6 weeks after your complete application. Means after your fingerprinting has been done and they have received it, it will be 6 weeks, month and a half. So it's not that bad. Gagan Gill, I get passport request, my file in embassy from last August under LMIA process. Biometric done in November. Yeah, if you have already sent it, it shouldn't be that because as I just mentioned for the other candidate, there is only 6 weeks. So you should better check with your visa officer, send them an email and ask for what is stopping them right now and what's the why the file hasn't been processed, why didn't you get it done. So they will definitely update you where they have been stuck or they need something else from you or they are waiting any confirmation from your employer or anything like that. Yeah, there are a lot of times they definitely contact employers about those ones. So definitely you should check with your visa officer because as we haven't sent your file, so I cannot comment more on this. Yeah, so yes, this was the another update as we were talking about. Alberta has gone down to CRS 301 for their PNP system. And the big news is from Ontario. The expression of interest system is coming very soon for the 5 categories. Those categories are employer job offer categories for foreign workers, international student, and in-demand skills categories, master's graduate stream, and for the PhD graduate stream. If you are under any of these, you have to submit your expression of interest to get into the OINP system. Before it was always on first come first served basis and that was very disturbing. Lot of the time servers got crash and most of the candidate were not able to put your applications in. So you guys need to take into consideration now that the new system is out and it'll be very easy. So whoever will meet the criteria, they will get the nominations. Now it won't be like who have submitted it first, they will get it. Let's take the next question in from Srinivas Dodla. Alberta is conducting draws and cutoff is around 3 and how to know which knockout they are taking into account. So it all depends upon, right? So who have there are I have submitted another video on our YouTube channel where the in-demand knockouts are all there. So you can check that one if you fall under that. And again, uh, the thing depends upon time to time how the situation changes. At this moment, majority of them, the truck drivers, construction workers, medical field, and in last couple of draws, they took few IT people also. But accounting is also a good profession if you are looking for Alberta. The draw they took it last week, it was only 301 the CRS score. So it all depends upon which category you are in and how the situation changes, because employment situation changes drastically. It's not like one time, it's like every other month there are new categories the employers are looking for, and what kind of LMIE applications have been submitted. All those things come into play when they conduct those draws. So you, it's not a simple thing to tell, right, which categories will be coming next one, but the situation is changing all the every month is a different situation. Antonio Robello, how can a degree be recognized in order to help you Unpoint and Express? You have to go through the credential evaluation. There are few agencies in Canada, only those things are accepted. So you should better send your transcripts to them, and then they will evaluate your degrees and will let you know equivalency of your degree in Canada. Justin Joseph, I have a question regarding ANP draw. My CS 320 no code is 330, and the draw happened in February, March year score. How to know all or get the invitation? If you are in express entry, you will, if you got an invitation, the simple thing is you will get a notification in there. If there is no notification, then they have never look for the no code under you are in. So you have to wait for another further draws. So that's what I was telling. There is no guarantee that your no code will definitely be picked up. If we give an example of Saskatchewan, they have 200 plus in demand job offer categories, but every draw they collect like 60, 70, sometimes they go around 80 to 90 in demand occupations that what they took the candidates in. So again, the same thing is in Alberta, but Alberta, they do not give you the in demand occupation list all the time, but definitely it's over there. So that will be, so you have to wait for under your category 3012. Yes, definitely you will have to wait for that, because it, as I was mentioning, that it all depends upon the current employment situation in each province and what are the numbers going over there. So that's how they change their in demand occupations. Edward Marcos, can you explain employer sponsorship program? Yeah, it's a simple LMIA program. If you have an employer, they have to put your application under their company name for your employment. It's called labor market impact assessment. Roughly, an LMIA take around 6 to 8 months to get it approved if it's not in the essential category. So once that's done, then they can file for your work permit, and this is how an employer can sponsor you. But there are some other categories also. If in IT, there are 2 week LMI approval program, global talent stream, and if you are under the essential category list, they can also be done very quickly. So it again depends upon which category your employer is applying for you. Srinivas, will BC give chances to candidate with express entry without job offer? No. BC is all with LMIE or job offer. There is no exception in BC. They never get anybody outside Canada for their PNP. Yeah, if you have any other question, you can put it in now. So I'll try to answer that. Otherwise, we'll wrap up this session pretty quick and we'll try to come back sometime next week. So I would like to thank all of you who participated today, and would definitely talk to you guys next time. So thank you. And there are so many updates. I'll definitely put those videos uh, in some time, maybe today or end of this week, with the Ontario and the BCE update program, expression of interest for Ontario. They are really good programs. If you are thinking and if you are in those 10 or 15 categories for Ontario, they are in demand occupation list. So definitely go for that, and it'll be a really quick one for you guys. When will Nova Scotia PNP draws? These draws happen every month, buddy. So they always check the express entry profiles, and that's where they get their candidates. So you do not have to submit any extra paperwork for New Brunswick, Nova Scotia. These draws happen sometime twice a month, sometime once a month, but definitely at least once a month they are happening. So thank you all. So we'll talk to you next time. Stay safe. Thank you.